So the day is over. Well, not actually. Work is over. But I'm gonna stay here and edit a little bit. Oh no, there's people walking up. I'm getting self-conscious. And I can't show them, so I'll have to cut. Hi. I'm here in the library. So I'm trying to be really quiet. Hopefully you can hear me. Here goes the verse. Yo. Psalm 13, 2 through 3. How long must I wrestle with my thoughts, and every day have sorrow in my heart? How long will my enemy triumph over me? Look on me and answer, O Lord my God. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep in death. I have a cut on my arm. I'm wearing pajamas because it's pajama day at school. Star Wars pajamas. So I don't know if you were able to understand what I was saying in the library. I guess I'll see once I edit this video. This verse seems like a lot of times in my videos I talk about how I sin. One of the reasons why I mention that I sin is because I really want you to know that I'm just like everyone else. We all sin. I'm not a super perfect person who doesn't sin. No, I am a sinner that has happened to accept this free gift of salvation. So I don't have to pay for my sins, but it's still a problem here on earth. Once we get to heaven, then it's going to be all gone. It's going to be a perfect place. But this verse, I was like, wow, that's like exactly how I feel. I struggle with sin, and I call out to God, and sometimes I feel like, oh, it's my fault, so why should I be calling out to Him like it's not His fault? But then He wants us to turn to Him. But it says, how long must I wrestle with my thoughts, and every day have sorrow in my heart? How long will my enemy triumph over me? Meaning, like the devil. I mean, once we give in to temptation and we sin, he's kind of got that little victory. Look on me and answer, O Lord my God. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep in death. That last part stood out the most for me. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep in death. I feel like, I know what's right to do. But if I don't do what's right, then do I really know what's right to do? I mean, I hope that's not confusing. So I want God to let me actually see what it is that I'm doing, how this is destroying me, how when I sin it destroys me. Give light to my eyes, or else I'm gonna sleep in death. I want to know the gravity of what I'm doing, how it is really affecting me when I sin. When we sin, we think, oh, it's just a little thing, or God will forgive me, so it's all good. He does forgive us. He is so faithful in that. It's amazing. But sin always hurts us. It stifles our relationship with Jesus. It doesn't help it. It kind of if we're building this relationship and then we sin, it's not like, oh, no more relationship. But it's like it doesn't move as fast, or it goes down a bit, the level of our commitment and stuff. If we don't sin, our relationship can keep growing and growing. In that way, it does hurt us. I don't even know how much it hurts me. That's why I want God to give light to my eyes so I can actually see what I'm doing when I sin. Like I said before, I mentioned that I sin. Thoughts come into my head thinking, oh, you shouldn't mention that so much. People aren't gonna watch you if they think you're a failure. But no, I want to be as real as I can, because I want you to know that you're not alone. Nobody is perfect. Everybody has problems with sin. If somebody says they don't, then they're lying. I mean, I'm not saying it's good to have problems with sin, but I'm saying we're all in this. We're all in this together. But luckily, there's a God who can help you with this. I mean, sin is always going to be a problem, but God gives us freedom. He says, no, you're not enslaved to sin anymore. No, you have this new life in me. Live in that. But the problem is we choose to go and live in the sin again, which we don't have to do that. The thing is, at least for me, the thing is making those decisions every day, almost like every minute, to not live in that sin, but to live in the new life that God has given me and ask Him to transform my life. And like I said, if we're in sin, we can't be growing that relationship with Christ because He hates sin. And if we're having sin in our lives, it's like we're cheering for two teams that are playing each other. It doesn't make sense. We're trying to help one, but then we help the other. We just need to stop. So the Bible is full of these verses. Like this one, it pertains to me. It does. We won't be able to learn what God has for us if we're not reading the Bible. So I encourage you to do that. I need to do it more. I do. And pray more and stuff. Like when I'm not doing that stuff, I think, oh, I feel all right. But then when I start doing it more, I think, wow, like, why was I not doing this? This is so much better. But then we quickly forget, or I quickly forget, and then start doing it less. But I just got to remind myself, it's better when I do it. It's better when I abide in Christ. And that's what I pray that you guys do. I pray that you keep abiding in Christ.